During Luke's attack on the Deathstar, just as he's about to kill 1 million people, the Deathstar's firing sequence is initiated. But thanks to one accidental hero, the weapon's firing was delayed just long enough for Luke to fire his missile, and I'll tell you all about it in just a few moments. But before then, I just want to remind you that the majority of you aren't even subbed to the channel. We post daily and rarely miss an upload, so if you enjoy this kind of content and want to see more of it, please do subscribe and hit the like button down below to help the channel grow. And now, let's get into it. Born somewhere around 50 BBY, Tenn was a lifelong military man, originally fighting in the Clone Wars as a gunner, then going on to serve in the Empire. In his days as a young gunner, he was always eager to get into battles and always wanted to be on the biggest gun available. As the Death Star was close to being completed, the Empire reorganized their stations, putting high-ranking gunners and technicians at the controls of the Superlaser. At first, Tenn was exhilarated at the opportunity, with him having the final and most important station, the one that actually fired the laser after it had been primed. However, after he slowly got familiar with the weapon, he started to have second thoughts about its potential for wrongful use. Surely nobody could be so responsible as to use such a powerful weapon in a fair way. Despite his doubts and gut feelings, Tenn managed to convince himself otherwise. The Empire would never use such a weapon on inhabited planets. Surely they'd use it as a powerful tool of fear and they wouldn't even need full power. Tenn convinced himself that the weapon would be used correctly, since he believed the Empire to be a force of good. However, upon his first time firing the laser, his doubts started to grow. The firing of the first Superlaser was on a Lucrehulk battleship that the rebels had stolen and started using. Despite being at only 4% power, the Superlaser completely obliterated the battleship with a single blast. The second firing of the Superlaser targeted a planet named Deathstar, located in the Outer Rim. The planet was mainly inhabited by pirates and criminals, but they still had families of innocent people surrounding them. The procedure took 3 shots of the Superlaser, requiring several hours between each shot to charge up again. This left plenty of time for Tenn to grow depressed, and he began to despise his position firing the laser. Later on, he was ordered to blow up Alderaan, which he did against his better judgment, believing the planet to be mostly uninhabited outside of the hostile rebel fighters. However, soon after he had fired the weapon, he was informed that he had wiped out the whole planet and slaughtered 2 billion innocent people. Overcome with regret, guilt, and despair, Tenn broke down into a deep depression, labeling himself the largest mass murderer in galactic history. His thoughts also started to sway to the rebels winning the war, and he knew that if that were to happen, he would without a doubt be tried and executed. As news got to his peers about Tenn being the planet killer, they started to alienate him and treat him differently. This led to Tenn opening his eyes about what he had done, as he started to hate the Empire as well as himself for allowing such a weapon to kill innocents. Once ordered to destroy the rebel base on Yavin 4, Tenn froze, overcame with guilt. He wished that anything would happen to save him from doing this job. After that, he got word from the gunnery crew that the weapon was ready to fire. Tenn delayed pulling the lever. "Hold on," he said. He repeated this a moment later, attempting to buy himself time for the rebels to make some kind of attack, waiting for something to save him, and then he suddenly felt the cold embrace of death. Those few seconds of delay he caused bought Luke enough time to fire his missiles, blowing up the Death Star and Tenn with it. He had saved the galaxy, and in doing so had accidentally eliminated some of the highest ranking and most respected officers in the entire Empire, including Grand Moff Tarkin himself. Though his actions were never known or revealed to the rebels, I'm sure he'll find solace in the fact that we remember him as a vital, unsung hero of the Star Wars universe. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed that pretty sad, honestly, story about Tenn, and I hope it made you feel something, because Star Wars does have those darker stories. So hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed, join the Discord in the description down below, and I'll see you in the next video.